On the line by Francis Kornegay, who is a senior research fellow at the Institute for Global Dialogue. Francis, good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, the question that I have raised, and I think many are actually looking at the US elections at this point in time. There are many that are looking at what the final outcome is likely to be. But also, the question that has been raised is this truly democracy in the United States of America, or is it this election in particular democracy versus Donald Trump?
Well, that's a good question, but I think that one has to understand that democracy in the United States has always been a contested phenomenon, particularly at given times of crisis in our history, where the climate has been very one of polarization. I mean, this is actually not the first time in American history that we've been at an inflection point as we are now. And if you go back to the 19th century, the mid 19th century of the American Civil War, and you study that period and its aftermath, you will understand that a lot of the dynamics at that time have never really been resolved. So the thing is that there are fault lines in American society that are there, and what we're seeing now is a situation in which those fault lines have really come out into the open. So I think that instead of the myth of America as the world's biggest democracy, what we're seeing now, I think, offers a more realistic taking stock of what of what the U.S. is as a country.
Now, just looking at it from the American voter's perspective, is the American voter taking stock of what they see around them, and will that translate into where they put their mark on the ballot box?
Well, yeah, I think that many American voters have been taking stock. But it's a very polarized situation in as much as those who are voting for Joe Biden and the Democrats are terrified and traumatized by what has been going on over the past 4 years, and the prospect of another 4 years of Trump. Now, those who have voted for Trump and support him they have been captured into his aura as a demagogic demagogic leader. Now, whether they are having any reflections is another question. But in fact, what you actually have are some voters who have supported Biden after having voted for Trump in 2016.
Now,
So
yes. Now, also, I think you use some very strong words there in terms of terrified and traumatized, because these are strong words. But also, when one looks at the actions of Donald Trump over the last 4 years, he's been called a fascist, an autocrat, an opportunist, and a complete danger to the democracy in the United States of America. Francis, are you with us?
I'm with you. Things just went silent. Hello?
Hello, yes, you can continue.
Yeah, no, I was ending my question, what I said was that those who voted for Trump in 2016 obviously have taken stock in now voting for Joe Biden.
Right. Now, just looking at your analysis at this point in time as to how things stand, and we know that Donald Trump is not going to take defeat lying down. And at this point in time, obviously the results indicate that Joe Biden is well in the lead. And we know that, things could change possibly, but just how do you see the situation panning out towards a final result?
Well, I think that once Arizona is certified, that basically wraps it up. I don't see any indication, at least at the moment, that Biden is not going to get Arizona. And so once that now Pennsylvania is still outstanding, and at the end of the day, Biden may end up getting Pennsylvania as well. But whether he gets Pennsylvania or not, once he gets Arizona, he will be at 270.
Well, let's just see what happens, and I'm sure there are going to be some very, very interesting times, Francis. But for now, thank you very much for coming on and for your time with us on News and Views this morning. All the best to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Osman's Taj Mahal Spice and Rice. For over 80 years, Osman's Taj Mahal have been perfecting